So we've got this old beech tree here, so a bit of historical stuff with it. What you've got here is a field boundary with a lapsed pollard. So traditionally this would have been cut around about 1.5 metres and perhaps used for firewood, or maybe it's an old hedge or something, although the hedges and dry stone walls up here don't really mix. So yes, either way, it's been cut to 5 stems. The DBH of this tree is 150 centimetres around the bole, so it's quite a big specimen. We would say that this is going to the veteran stage. Now, because it's a lapsed pollard of beech, it's not advisable for us to just re-coppice that or re-pollard it, because it won't like it very much at all, and the likelihood is it would die. There's nothing that we can visibly find that's wrong with it too much. So there's the obvious little fluty bits and little bits of crevices and stuff like that. Nothing poking around in there with a pokey rod, hasn't found anything, and the tap tests with our hammers haven't found any decay pockets that we can find. But what we do have is this spire here on this side, dead center, is dead, and it's going towards a footpath, so we could fell that out, which is not too tricky. But then we would just walk away from it pretty much and have a monitor yearly on it. Now, the only issue we do have is at the top there, around about dead center here, if we can zoom in a little bit, there is a snapped out limb right above the footpath going over here. Now that is an issue, and that is what would we call an immediate hazard over the footpath. So the recommendation here is that we tape off this area, reroute the footpath ever so slightly, so that it's out of the threat of that hazard, and we get someone in who's pretty good with a throw line and get a line up on that and pull the butt out with throw a rope up with a running bowline, and then we can pull that out and make safe. So we have an immediate problem, and then we have a tree that isn't really a problem as far as we can see, which just needs a yearly monitor. So that means you've got two priorities of work. And quite often you'll get let's just remove that hazard and the tree's fine. And hopefully this tree will be fine. It's probably 250 years old, something like that. It's a lovely old tree. We can't see any more evidence of any other hangers up there. So apart from there's a bit of larch right above my head, which we will then remove straight away, and this tree can go along its merry way. So, lovely tree, needs to be retained. Unfortunately, the lapsed pollard can't be reduced, not really, or very, very phased. It could be, but they won't do that up here. This is a very remote spot, so we just have to monitor, and we'd like to see this tree for another 100 years. Thank you very much. Definitely, thank you. Nice tree.